Hello. Just waiting for a few people to come into the room. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all come on in, come right on in. Let's talk about it. Hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. I know I haven't been around for the last couple of weeks. It's been super, super busy at my shop. And so I've been having to attend to the business that pays me. I want to jump on here this morning and invite you all to a webinar that I am having today. I am having a webinar over the t-shirt calculator. I want to make sure that I'm being heard and all of that good stuff. So, hey, Crafty Puerto Rican, how are you? Good morning. So I've just checking my phone and setting up my lights, y'all. Okay, that is much better. That is much better. So, quick little live just to invite you all over to my 1 o'clock Zoom webinar. This webinar is going to cover Miss T's t-shirt calculator. It is a product that I developed, what is this, 2022? Probably about 13 years ago, I believe. And it's a really, really good pricing tool for people who are looking to price their t-shirts correctly and to be able to make a profit. So I'm going to go ahead and put the link over in the description for y'all on how to access the webinar. It's like I said, it's a free webinar. So if you have the t-shirt calculator, or if you may be interested in pricing your products, finding a way to price your products, then it is a really good webinar to attend. And I'm going to link it here in just a second, since I can find the link. Okay. Okay, y'all. So, boom. There is the link to today's webinar. And actually, that's not a direct link. That is a link to the events page. And on my events page, you will see product webinar, Miss T's t-shirt calculator. So if you're interested in that, it does say that it's going to be from 1 to 3. I'm going to try to zoom through that and make that be from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, probably maybe 2:30. Hey, Miss Keisha, I am doing a webinar today at 1 p.m. over the product that, over one of the products that you actually have purchased. So make sure that you join me. It's going to be very informative. And we're going to talk about pricing t-shirts and how to price t-shirts in today's economy with everything going on. With upcharges and, with all of the rising prices, it's kind of difficult for a lot of people, especially those who are getting into the t-shirt business, and also those people who have been into the t-shirt business that have not raised prices in years. I remember in 2013, y'all, I had not raised prices in like 3 years. And so I was losing a lot of money. And right now, with the way that the economy is going, and, us possibly heading into a recession, some people say that we're already in a recession, how pricing really affects customers and, different types of customers that you may be looking for now during this time. Because I'm seeing in my business that my customers are changing. Customers are changing, right? And I'm getting a lot of calls from a different customer type. So, sometimes we have to make adjustments for things that are going on with the economy. How are y'all all doing out there this morning? Y'all may notice I have a different camera view going on today. And I think that camera is shaking a little bit. So I'm going to back up off of the dresser, off of the desk. Oh, let's see here. As I'm talking to y'all, I am going to try to jump on here and reply to an email for a order. Okay, and boom. So I am really, really pushing all of my clients, as many as possible, to purchase on the website. Still fighting with people, getting people to purchase on the website. I don't understand it because, hey, people are ordering things on Uber, people are ordering from Walmart.com, and, they're not calling them and placing phone calls, placing orders over the phone. So I'm still in the process of training these customers, y'all. I know y'all haven't seen me a lot lately, but I have been very, very active in my business. Not August, July. July is a very, very busy month, and August should be busy. And we are, so around, I will slow down probably the end of August, and then August, September will be okay. October and November are really, really slow months for me. So y'all will see me around a lot then. But that's what's been going on in my business, is trying to update a lot of things down there at the shop and get things where the shop flows really, really smoothly. We have internet down there, so y'all will be able to see me pretty soon. Do a video down there, and I actually have, if you notice, I changed the camera view here in the room so that I can access the printer over there. I think it's going to be a lot easier for me if I want to do some screen printing in here. And I did get a lot of response off of that video that I put up with the I Love Moon shirts, the Moon Man shirts, where a lot of people were asking questions about screen printing. And so we'll be going into some of that stuff. And I got a big issue, y'all. So the printers over here, let's see, I don't think y'all can see it. I'm going to move the camera over just a little bit and kind of talk to y'all about my situation that I got going on. So let's see here. So I've changed some things around here in the room. The DTF printer, everybody always wants to know what's going on with that. I actually have, so I cleaned the DTF printer, and then when I put the head in there, y'all, I actually caught it on video where the paper, the PET film, the head of the printer went past the PET film and it striked it. And so I haven't been able to get the thing to do anything since. It will print. I actually have, if you may see the damper sitting up top. So it will print. I've had it soaking for about 3 days now, off and on. I've steamed that print head. I've done all types of stuff to it. And it's the colors and not the white. So I'm thinking that that print head is really, really damaged. And that's the second time that it did it. If you go back and look at videos, I've been making print head videos for at least 10 years. And I've never, came across anything with it. So I'm thinking that DTF just may not be for me. So changing gears, I decided, okay, let me go ahead and get a video together for y'all on the Echo Solvent printer, right? Well, honey, I needed to put some black ink into the Echo Solvent printer. Y'all, your girl put Sublimation ink in the Echo Solvent printer. And let me just grab something from over here if I can. Oh, if I do that, I'm going to have ink. Well, no, I can do that. Let's see. So, 1 second. So, I actually ended up putting Sublimation ink in the Echo Solvent printer. So, I'm going to end up doing a video on that, on how to take that case off and how to get to your print to the tank. How to get to the tank. This is one of the cartridges out of another tank. It's real easy. So just, one of those things. I have so many different types of ink. So all of my ink bottles look pretty much the same except for the word Echo Solvent or Pigment ink or Sublimation ink. The bottles look the same. I grabbed the wrong bottle, and that particular black had leaked, and so it's got ink over it, so I couldn't see. And when I did it, I realized it, and I said, wait a minute, I don't remember putting black ink in this. And so I went back and looked at my video. And when I looked at the video, y'all, I said, well, I'll be damned, and I put the wrong ink in there. So this is the tank. And once you get this tank out, all you have to do is flip it over. All the ink will come out. You can flush it through with flushing system. It'll be a great video because people hit me every day and say, hey, how do I change the ink? If I wanted to change dump all the ink out of the Echo tank or blah, blah, blah. And I've just never gotten around to doing a video on it because it wasn't my problem. It hadn't happened to me. So, gonna be doing a video on that. Okay, so as y'all are coming in, again, I want to welcome everybody. And if you're new to the channel, then welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, then y'all know, hey, we have problems on this channel sometimes. And so I've been MIA. But I do want to invite y'all to the webinar today. But I am going to go and do a video on this. Well, y'all don't let me forget to do that. I'm just burnt out on print head videos and printer cleaning videos. So I've been focusing on screen printing and other things. I'm going to put that back over to the side for a minute. But I do want to do some, so that's why y'all have not seen any Echo Solvent printing on the channel, because when I started to switch gears, that's what happened. So we'll go in, and I may do that. I may be able to do that tonight. I'm not sure. Diane Parker says people are not wanting to purchase t-shirts from your website. Not all people want to purchase t-shirts from the website, Diane. A lot of times people will just look up your information. They will give you a call and they'll say, hey, how much is custom t-shirts? They may hit me on the chat line on the website asking about custom t-shirts versus going through the process of finding the product that they want and going in and selecting that product. Not my problem only. That problem also extends to everyone with a custom t-shirt shop, even Custom Ink, which is the biggest custom t-shirt business that there is out there as far as custom t-shirt business models. They have had that problem. And that's why in the last few years that Custom Ink has started to have those pop-up shops that they have now, to where people can actually physically go into a location and place orders. So, it's always a challenge. My job is, I don't mind people calling me and asking me But what I do is I will steer my customers a certain way to get them to go to the website and place the order. Why would I want to do that versus me placing the order and sending them the invoice? Is because time is money. So I always want to email them back and forth. I prefer, if a customer calls me, I prefer to talk to them on the phone for a minute, catch that email. That way I've got a point of contact, and then from there, start the email process and take them and guide them to the website, to the products that they're wanting to order. I haven't spoken for a while, y'all. Been having a little sore throat, so this live is my warm up for today. Before we get on the onto the webinar. But yeah, so the end goal is always to get that customer to go and place the order, right? It's always to get the customer to go and place the order. Now, sometimes there are complicated orders, like most things you can order on the website. Let's say if you order like a 1-color design or 2-3 color designs, they can go in there, they can order that stuff on the website without a problem. When it gets to shipping to multiple locations or doing multiple orders, things like that, then, hey, we go in and work with them. I'm going to look at some of y'all's comments right quick. Arlinda gave me those eyes. Yes, ma'am, for my boo-boo over there where I've messed up. Y'all hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not a subscriber, we would appreciate if you would subscribe to the channel and become. That way you know that when I'm going live. So Renobia said she can't wait for the webinar because pricing gets the best of you. Sometimes it does. It definitely does. But we're going to try to solve that today. We are going to try to solve that today so that you can price any product like boom, boom, bam. Any product really, really quick and fast. Chandra, good morning. They've gotten heavy on the marketing stuff to sending stuff via email. Chandra says she's personal. Okay, you're very personal with your clients too. Yeah, gotten into the selling on the platform. I haven't gotten into selling on platform, but I find talking to people directly has given me better sales. Yeah, when you talk to people, of course, when you talk to people, it humanizes you, right? And so when you're able to have a phone conversation, it will humanize you and make you approachable. And people kind of want to know, like nowadays, this is, 2022. It's all about the social thing. People want to know who you are. They want to know who they're buying from. But at some point, you have to get people to switch over into the e-commerce side of things if you're going to grow your business, just because unless you're going to have, a lot of people talking on phones. Me, I don't have a customer service team. It's just me. I do all of that. Everybody else does the printing. I am working on bringing someone in to help me with phones. But it can get difficult when I have to constantly talk on the phone all day. If I'm talking on the phone all day to a customer, if I'm going back and forth with the same customer, I'm spinning my wheels. And pretty much for me, once you've gotten, I have everything that any question that you may have about custom t-shirts is on the website. So even sometimes when I send out, after I've had a conversation with people, and what I'm talking about is guiding them to place the order on the website versus me placing it. So let's say that I have a conversation with you and then I shoot you over an email. Hey, Chandra, these are the things that we talked about, the t-shirt that you're looking for. You can find it at this link, and then I'll have the link there. So once you click that link, you can go there. You can see the t-shirt colors. You can see the options for buying that shirt, any type of print options, prices, and stuff like that. Then that way they don't have to ask me, a million questions. Or sometimes I will get a email like something like, how long does it take to print custom t-shirts? And then I will reply with, our standard printing times. And then within that, there will be several links to other things. And that will get them to click on that to go get pricing. But the number one question that I normally get is, how much are t-shirts? Hey, we want to buy 20 t-shirts. How much do t-shirts cost? In that case, we could be going back and forth emailing, like 100 times, because most of my customers are hitting me by email. We could be going back and forth emailing 100 times. I can, because I need to know what type of shirt you would like to print on, how many colors of ink you want. So I can ask you all of that stuff in a form. In the email, I can go through and ask you all of that stuff, or I can make it really simple and I can just say, hey, click this link, and I have a button, and hey, go over here and then they see prices. So I have a button that actually just says see prices, view prices, view all product prices. And then when they go and they click that, they see different products for different prices. And then normally once they see, once they click that link, they don't really have to hit me back again. They'll normally place the order and then I'll see the order come through. But there are times that, we go back and forth. And then normally if it's someone that's really, really not computer savvy, then I'll just pick up the phone. I'll say, hey, do you mind if I give you a quick call? And then we go from there, because, honey, I ain't got all day. Time is money. So y'all know in the last video, I told y'all my sales had dropped down to like $5,000. And so I like to make 10 G's on Monday. So we pretty much, with me going back in and getting all that stuff done, that has been what I've been focusing on, is boosting my sales back up. So I got them where they need to be. So now I can go back in and kind of chill a little bit. And, but I can't just go back into my bubble and into my YouTube bubble with y'all and just not, focus on the business, because like I said, clients are changing and pricing is constantly changing right now. The cost of t-shirts wholesale are going up and up. Screen printers are dealing with, and not just screen printers, any type of printer who's normally purchasing wholesale. One of the things that we would normally do is, let's say if a customer was purchasing let's just say a regular old Gildan t-shirt. Regular old Gildan t-shirt, maybe $3, right? That you go in a store and you may be able to find it for $3.50. So as a printer, we may be getting that shirt for $1.50, $1.60, $1.70, and we're able to upcharge the price of the t-shirt, right? Well, now because a lot of stores are selling Bella Canvas. You rarely see Next Level in the stores, but they are starting. You are seeing Next Level in retail stores now also, because these wholesale companies are now selling to retail stores. So it causes a break in pricing for people who are doing custom t-shirts, because where you were getting that markup on that custom t-shirt, let's say if you were adding $1.50 per shirt to a shirt, you were getting $3 a shirt, and you were normally getting that shirt for $1.50, right? And they were getting 100 shirts. That's $150 that you may lose now, because people are able to go out and purchase a shirt for the cost that you're purchasing the shirt for. Shirts are a lot higher now. So let's say now, and so now what's happening is, if you're able to go out and get that shirt for $3, and I'm paying $3 for that shirt wholesale, right? Then unless I mark that shirt up to $4.50 per shirt, then I'm going to be losing money on the shirt side. And most people, if I give you an invoice, and on that invoice it says that this Gildan t-shirt is $4.50, versus you being able to go out and buy that t-shirt for $3, that's going to cause problems with your customers. So we've had to do some adjusting with pricing with the print side of, with the printing costs on pricing t-shirts, in order to accommodate for the money that you're losing now by not being able to mark up those shirts as high as we were before. So we're going to talk about that today in the webinar. So I'm going to save my voice and not go too deep into it. What have y'all been up to? What do y'all have going? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, but my voice is, I may need to suck on a Sucret or something before. Yeah, so we did not talk about, let's see here. Let me go up. Let me go up. Let me go up. Arlene, the weight loss is going okay. I think it's going okay. I'm down about 8 pounds this month, and I think it's going okay. I am at like a plateau or something. I've had 3 skinny shots so far. I'll stand up. I've got on black, but so I have lost about 10 pounds, girl. I've lost about 10 pounds. You probably can't see it on the video, but the scale says it. And I feel more than the weight loss. I'm feeling better. I'm having more energy than before. I noticed, like, whenever I would go into the shop and I would print, I would be really, really tired. And so I'm having more energy. And so I'm trying to get all that going, getting myself up. I feel like I can get up and exercise. So I was shooting for 15 pounds, but it seems to me like when I do the skinny shot, it will hit me. And they say that it works immediately and that you feel like this burst of energy. But for me, it seems like I get tired that day and then the energy comes. But it's working. Keisha, that's good. So you met Stan and you learned a lot at the shirt lab. And that's really, really good. I'm glad you had a good time. So, Um, Chandra, e-commerce is not hard. It is when you're doing like building off like your custom website, it gets a little bit difficult. But it's what I find is that a lot of people, they will just put the website up there, and then once the website is there, it's like you would assume that people will just Google you or find you and go straight to the website, but they don't. People like to talk, so they'll still call, they'll email, and then it's like you have to take them from the phone conversation to the website. Sometimes when I'm talking on the phone and people are asking me prices, one thing that I do is I'll say, do you have access to the computer? Or I may say something like, oh, are you on the website right now? And then they'll say, well, no, I'm not on the website, but I can jump on, things like that. And I'm going to tell y'all, I've been looking at my Google Analytics, and over 50% of the people who are shopping on the website are shopping on a mobile device. So that means that you really need to go in and make your website mobile friendly. So I'm doing some things with mine. I got so much stuff going on. The ABBA website is going hard, going strong. It's crazy because so our dog registry, that website is going strong. No one calls you for anything. People just go on the site, they place the order, boom, de boom, boom, bam, right? And then they wait for their certificates to be sent out. But with the custom t-shirt website, it's totally different. And I started to figure out some things looking at those two sites, right? What could be, why is it sometimes a little difficult, more difficult for people to order on the custom website versus ordering on the dog website? And if I can get over here, I'm going to show y'all something that I did figure out. When you go to a custom website, a lot of times just your menu tab can be the problem. The menu tab can be your problem because people do not go in and they don't go in and look at that menu tab, right? So let me show y'all what I mean. And hopefully I can get this to where y'all can see. So when you go on to my website, it doesn't look like it's going to focus in. So I'm going to have to kind of sit back here. Because I've got a light right there, y'all. When you go into my website on the mobile tab, and let me see if I can. Y'all see right there at the top, right there, it says menu. But right here. So a lot of people, they don't even click that menu, or they click the menu and the menu is very, very small. And they have to do drop downs and stuff like that. So what I'm doing now, I'm actually in the process of updating that mobile menu. Let's see if I can. I'll probably have to end up doing this on the computer. I am live streaming directly through the YouTube app today, y'all, and not through OBS Studio, so I can't go on a desktop and show y'all. But I'm replacing that menu with this menu. And I don't know how you can, so that little small menu that is on the website by default is going to be replaced with this big menu that pretty much breaks everything down that I have. All products, shop online, shop the catalog, and then it breaks down our services by screen printing, fully color printed digital shirts, dye sublimation, HTV printing, rhinestones, live printing, artwork assistance. so on and so forth. So it kind of breaks it down a little bit more and makes it a lot easier for people. Also, on your, like if on your mobile website, okay, I've got people texting me and all kinds of stuff as I'm doing this, y'all. Also on your mobile website, right, as you are going through your mobile website and looking at different stuff, if you go to your website and you look at it and you can't get around and you can't navigate, or have a friend go in and have them look at it, then you'll know that, okay, there's an issue. So what I do on my website is I put my number one seller there on the site, so people can just go ahead, click the button, and then once they click that button, it takes them directly to it, because people are very visual. So I'm working on things like that. But all in all, I am happy with what the website is doing. The website is doing a lot better than it did last year, and the year before, and the year before, and the year before. So the goal is to take it to where we get 50% of orders online without me have to assist people to hit that 50% mark. So if I can get those people to order online, that would be great. Companies still don't want to order online, but hey, there are some benefits that come with for your customers when they order online. Things like being able to see where their order is in the process, automatic email updates that come with online ordering, things like being able to go in and easily reorder, and having that organization of going into their account and looking up past orders and stuff like that. So it's a bunch of stuff there. Okay. So I hope that helps someone. But e-commerce, it's something. It's where the country's gone. It's so. Yes, ma'am, Renobia, 10 pounds down. We'll take that. If I can do 10, 10, 10, 10, eventually. I didn't put it on overnight. It won't disappear overnight. So, I know how that is. Thanks, Keish. Thanks, Chandra. So, Chandra, I'm taking the what is it? The lipotrine, lipotine shots. They are called skinny shots, and that is what I'm taking. The skinny shot in combination with dieting and lipotropic injections. That's what it's called, lipotropic injections. So I'm doing that and it burns fat. It burns fat, and y'all, my throat is really, really dry. Sorry. I'm trying to get over something. So it burns fat, and it also gives you energy boost. It has B12 in it. It gives you clarity and focus, so I feel more clear. And hey, it's working for me. Okay. So that's about all I pretty much have, y'all. What y'all got going on? Anybody got any questions? I can hang out with y'all for about 15 more minutes. I think before I prepare, 15, 20 minutes before I prepare to jump on that live and get that done. I think I showed you all in the last video my Q camera, that these are the cameras that I'm using down at the shop now. I am crazy about them. I can speak. I have one here that's out of the box. So I can actually see everything that's going on at the shop in that room. And so I'm crazy about them. I've got these two that I'm going to put up out back so that I can see what's going on there too. Trying to think of if there anything. Oh, y'all saw your girl will be live with Kelly on Thursday. I believe it's 3 p.m. I am not certain, but I will be live on the Stalls channel with I will be live on the Stalls channel with Kelly on Thursday, and I'll put the flyer up in on the community page. I will go in there and put that up on the community page. So what y'all been up to? Y'all talk to me because I'm tired now, and I need to take a moment to think and regroup and all of that stuff. So I'm gonna try just leave the chat open right now for discussion and for us to talk about some things. Oh, Jonas has do they have the printable vinyl out there, sis? I need to go out there. I have not been out there in a while. I can't bust no moves right now because of one of my air shocks on my Benz, honey. I don't know. I must have hit a hump or something, but my car is like this. It's like dipping, like I'm riding and dipping, so I can't drive my car. Ken's getting that fixed. Hopefully it will be fixed today or tomorrow. I don't know, but probably gonna cost me a grip. So I just let him do it that way. I don't have to pay for it. So you're gonna use the 7720. If we just haven't put the ink in it. Is the 7720, does it already have ink in it, Renovia, or is it a new one? I used the 7720 a few years ago, probably, oh my God. When I was printing in the other house, the one that I sold when I had that print shop over off of Foreman Street. And it was, let's see here. We used the 7720. I believe the 7720, it has two different cartridges at the bottom where you can let one in. Yes, ma'am. The webinar is at 1 p.m., Jesse. And do you have the link? I think I put the link. Let me look, y'all. I will put the direct link here to the webinar. Let me see if I can put the direct link to the webinar in here. Those are the direct links to the webinar, whether you are, well, let me see, it would not. I'll take that off. Okay, now. Okay. So there's a Google Meet link. There's a couple of different links. That Google Meet link, that Google Meet. And it's going to be, I am going to record the meeting, y'all. And Renovia, when you come into the meeting, if you can kind of tell me, if you would kind of mediate the meeting for me, I would appreciate it if you can help me in the meeting in case I ask for a link or something like that. But I may need to be reminded, girl, because you know this memory. I may need to be reminded to record the meeting. Because y'all, I done did meetings that I done forgot to record. So let me catch a call right quick. Thank you for calling T-Shirt Shop Dallas. How can I help you? Yes. Yes. The entrance, there is a wheelchair ramp over onto the left. Yes. No, we don't. Okay. No problem. Have a blessed day. Okay, y'all. That was Google. They want to know some things. Okay. Updating something or another, they said. Okay. 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 So it's older, but yeah. So just just it has the yes, ma'am. Yeah, it will get the 7720. I had my 7720 hooked up to a CISS, to a continuous ink system tank, and it really gave me a headache because of that. Hold on, y'all. Somebody's one of the people that I consult with is asking me a question. Yeah, I think it will be really, really cool for you to. The 7720 is I believe, if I remember correctly, it does 13 by 19 or 11 by 17. I remember there were two different trays. One tray I had a problem with, um, and one tray I did not. That printer, does that printer have a top feed? I put the paper in the tray, rolled through. I think the only problem that I had with that printer was sometimes jams from the bottom tray. I think that was it, if I'm thinking of the correct printer. But and then with the refillable cartridges that I was using, I ended up going over to the CISS, and but the printer printed fine. It printed fine, but it would sometimes leave these little streaks of ink. But other than that, it wasn't a problem. I don't think you'll have a big problem with the Echo Solid ink. I'm actually getting ready. I'm thinking that I may end up. I'm trying to decide whether this printer will be, if the head is not clean. That's the second print head I put on. I'm not gonna put on another one. Um, it will print white ink, and it'll print all of the colors, but there are a few lines. So if it does not get together, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it. I may end up buying another printer to do a larger format Echo Solid, but for now, I'm going to be focusing on my screen printing business because that's where the money is at. That's honestly where the money is at for me, with my pricing model, because I'm doing bulk orders. So the only thing that I do love, I love the DTF, y'all, for the I love the DTF, as far as being able to manipulate the feel of the print. So when I went in, I was able to do that. But hey, let's see here. Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to see. The thing about printers, Renovia, I'm going to tell you, one thing about printers, y'all, is that, let me turn this over just a little bit. Turn this over just a little bit. The thing about printers, and this is why I don't specialize in digital printing as much. I love the idea of a printer being able to print my designs for me and me just press it with the heat press, right? Because in my mind, it's like, oh, I don't have to work with any wet ink. I don't have to do this and I don't have to do that. It's supposed to be easy. So when a printer works, it works, right? Inkjet prints, when you do an inkjet print, regular inkjet transfer, you print it out because ink is made for the printer and all of that. And 9 times out of 10, you don't have any problems. Or if you're just paper printing, you don't have any problems. So when we start, when people get into the t-shirt business and they decide, hey, I'm going to do t-shirts and I'm going to go with the sublimation method, and sublimation doesn't give you a lot of problems. With sublimation, you don't get a lot of problems when you convert these printers over to sublimation. You don't have a lot of problems with head clogging and all of that stuff when you use the printer, on the regular. Even with the Eco Solvent ink, I haven't had a lot of problems. I have had problems with that yellow ink wanting to turn brown. It could be and like unmixing. And so you got to kind of, shake the cartridge and all of that stuff to keep it going. But if you're printing on the regular, it's fine. With the DTF and the head clogs, it's a hot mess. The head clogs on the DTF is a hot mess. It's kind of like, are you busy or are you busy making money? So with the DTF, if you or any printer from that fact, if you're spending more time working on that printer, repairing that printer, than you are making money with that printer, then it is just draining and it's just really frustrating if you can't get an order out with it. And so that's my problem with printers. One thing that I do know with the screen printer is that the screen printing machine is going to show up when I have to go through the process of creating a screen, the process of filling it up with ink and manually printing. But I do know at the end of the day, I'm going to be able to get that order out. And then, when it goes into doing full color designs, then that's when it makes sense to have a printer, some type of digital print method to print that shirt. And so for me, so far, I just had someone hit me and say, hey, you've been doing this for a while. Do you prefer DTF over Eco Solvent, or which method do you prefer? For me, I'm looking for the method that's going to get the job done. If it's sublimation, it's going to get the job done. If it's DTF, you got a DTF printer. I am just convinced that the Epson 3800 is just not the print head in it is a photo printer. It's a photo printer. And so I'm just convinced that the nozzles in the print head on that printer are just not good for DTF. I can say this is that, and that may not be true, because as I think about it, the problem that happened was the head strike with the PET film. I think that PET film is dangerous for that Epson printhead because I've gone through 2 of them with the same exact problem. And so I'm thinking that if you were to purchase a DTF printer that is made for DTF printing, not one that is converted, then maybe those headaches would go away. But even so, when that printer is down, it's down. With screen printing, manual screen printing, because your automatic press, it'll go down too, but normally not. I never had a time when I couldn't work my automatic. It would always show up. Sometimes you would have an arm that may not, work. But if you're spending, I've looked at the money that you spend on DTF. Some people are spending $5,000, $10,000 to get a DTF system going, to only be able to do at the most 36 prints an hour. And at that 36 prints an hour, you're not actually pressing that on a shirt. So if you're selling transfers, then hey, God bless you. If you're selling transfers, you may be okay. But even if you see the people who are selling transfers, they got to have 4 or 5 of those printers. When they could go out and buy a $20,000 screen printing machine that would print full color, it's going to print you all of them, as many colors at the same time. Like I tell people think that, screen printing, you're printing one color at a time. You're only doing that on a manual press. On automatic presses, you're printing, all colors are going like this. All heads are moving. All heads are moving. It's like this white head is moving, swoop, swoop. This head is moving, swoop, swoop. Everything's moving at the same time. Everything's being printed at the same time. So if I was to go into screen printing, if I was to go into the transfer business, I would screen print transfers, y'all. Even with t-shirts, these printers are space savers. That's one thing that's good about them. They're space savers, but for putting out volume, it just ain't happening. It ain't happening. Hey, Carmen, how are you? Hope you're having a blessed Tuesday. This is Tuesday, right, y'all? I think my baby is here. Let me see. Y'all give me a quick break. Let me see. Is my baby here? Let's see. Baby Milan is here today. She is on her way back. She started back yesterday, so I will have her doing the live. So let's see here. Okay. Okay. I have my phone on no sound. All right, y'all. Okay. So I don't really have anything else to talk about right now, y'all. I do have something that we're going to do. I think I'm going to come on tonight and do something with Stall's products, because I haven't done anything in a while, and I think I want to do that. But I'm going to go ahead and get off of here and give myself, my voice, a chance to rest and all of that stuff, and do this webinar. And I hope that y'all join me for the webinar. Those of you guys who have the t-shirt calculator. And this one is the one for the screen printing calculator. Screen printing, it has heat transfer stuff in it. This is the original. And I may talk about in there on how you can use it for DTF and other processes as well. You can pretty much make it as much as you Crafty Puerto Rican. I've got several videos on the website about Eco Solvent printing on the page. I have seen some people, y'all, it's crazy, because I've seen some people use products, the same exact products that I've used with Eco Solvent ink, and have not, and their prints have come out wet, or they have, and they may be using different ink from me, but their prints come out wet, or their prints smear, or they have issues with it. But for the most part, I can tell you that if you go in and you do it, you purchase it and you do it the way I tell you to do it, you'll be fine. I love the Eco Solvent printing. you know, it's just an extra step that you have to use to cut around the design, which can be time consuming also. So I think I may do a video on, let me see, y'all, I gotta get my door. I may do a video on screen printed transfers and make a few screen printed transfers in here. I don't have anyone who wants any screen printed transfers, so I got to figure out that maybe I'll do something for one of the dog shows or something like that. Hey, I'm on my way to the door. Okay. All righty, y'all. Let me get off of here and get my baby, and I will talk to y'all soon. See y'all later. Bye-bye.